What was that game? What was that play? What was that situation where you were talking to Jaden, being like, "Hey, look, hey, we going." You feel me?
Hole up the middle. Wilson breaks the tackle of Gano, and Wilson off to the races. All the way down the sideline. It's a touchdown.
The beginning for Cincinnati.
What's up, everybody? I'm Rashad Johnson, and I'm here with Brandon Wilson. You know, I already know what time it is. Retired. Retired. It's the new life. First off, man, I know you played with the Bengals, but let's start from the beginning. Talk about when you kind of fell in love with the sport, how it kind of changed your life.
Yeah, so, man, I started playing football, Calvary, at the age of 7. And, you know, I kind of really started there, played there, really my whole career, from 7 all the way to high school, you know. And I would say really, like around high school, that's when it kind of got real, you know what I'm saying? So my 10th grade year, that's when I kind of started to excel. And I got hurt the third game of the season, 10th grade season. So I didn't really get to play. I didn't really play like my 10th grade year. Probably like some of the games at the beginning and like back in like some of the playoff games. Then crazy part is I come back my junior season, I got hurt first game. So
sophomore, junior year, you had those injuries. They got on you around senior year. You had a breakout year. Go behind that recruiting process for you as an athlete. What were your parents talking about? What was going on in your mind at that time as you were graduating in this decision making?
Yeah, I just felt like my senior season, I just felt like that I had to get a scholarship. So I was really going out there every game, just trying to put it all out. And, you know, I ended up getting an offer from Grambling, ended up getting an offer from Eastern Michigan, got one from Washington, Huskies. And, you know, I ended up deciding to go to Tyler Junior College, was gonna go there, ended up signing. I would say I was supposed to report probably like August, late that year, but ended up getting like message from one of the coaches at the University of Houston, told me to come out, going to visit, ended up going on the visit, sat down at the table with like coaches at the dinner, and he told me, this was Tony Levine, he told me, I'm not just gonna be paying for your dinner tonight, but I'm gonna be paying for your next 4 years of college. So I was just sitting there, I was like, man, this is what's up. I'm about to end up going to this school. So I ended up signing at the University of Houston, and you know, coach that was at Tyler Junior College, he was like, man, if you don't like it there, you can always come back. So I always thought it was like a win-win situation. Like if it didn't work out at Houston, I can always just go back there. But just that journey, going to University of Houston, it was great, man. And I would say I had a little transitionary period, you know, going to college, and then when I got there, I was thinking I was gonna play running back like I did at high school. Ended up having switch positions. That was a transition as far as just learning a whole new position. Never really played defense like that. Then now I'm playing cornerback, out there getting burnt, you know. For real. I had the speed though. Yeah, I had to make them speed.
You got to make them speed.
I got beat at the line, but just that transition, just having to figure that out, learning that and putting in the work, just putting in the time to really learn a new position that I didn't really know about. Yeah. It was good, man.
I know like a lot of people, we look for the NFL, like let's say if you're 12, oh, I want to play in the NFL, but it's a lot of steps that go in between there. So like before you got to Tyler Junior College, you know what I mean? You didn't know what was what. Talk about being at Houston, and then like the game that you kind of felt like, hey, I might be making it to the league. What was that game? What was that play? What was that situation where you were talking to Jaden, being like, hey, look, hey, we going. You feel me?
I would say my junior year, that's when I kind of broke out a little bit.
I'm watching.
I ended up having like 2 touchdowns on defense, 2 touchdowns on special teams, and 2 touchdowns on offense. Yeah. It was a really good year, and I was like, man, I'm about to go to the league. You know, it was like one of them things where I knew just I was going to be going, you know, my senior season. Yeah. It was a lot of work put in. It was a lot of work put in that year. And, you just got to have the right mindset, you know, in school with just learning new stuff in the playbook and just trying to balance this all. It's really a job, bro.
How do you feel like it kind of translates for you as a man taking on that DB position? Or like when you get to the league, hey, here's your playbook. this is what we need you to do this week. How do you feel like that kind of translates for you as a man?
Man, I would say really just got to do what you got to do, man, and really just, like you said, be disciplined and put that work in and really put the time in. You'll receive the fruits of your labor if you put that time in, for real. Just as a man, I would say just the same thing, just putting the time in with the family, put the time in with my daughters. Whatever I got to do, just time. That's the biggest asset we got is time.
It looks glamorous.
It could be tough, but as long as I just came back and I still had my family, man, I was straight.
Yeah.
You know?
At Houston, when the coach called you into the office and said he's gonna be moving you to DB, what was that like for you?
Man, I was excited. I mean, not really, but it was one of them things where it's like, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do for the team, you know? I was just one of those type of teammates. I was like, man, if I gotta go play DB, I'll play DB.
Yeah.
If I gotta learn it, I'm gonna learn it. I went over there and I was doing what I had to do. I mean, I wasn't perfect, you know, starting off, but as I started putting that time in, watching film, staying after practice, you know, doing drills, that's when it kind of like started working out for me. You know?
Who put you on it? Like that mentality, who put you on it?
The mentality of just putting that work in like that?
Who you watch do that? That's a learned behavior.
Yeah, my brother, he for sure was a big influence. Just watching him play at Calvary and stuff, you know, just my dad, you know, just people like that in my life. I just seen them put work in, and I just knew that's what I had to do. Yeah. That's what I had to do. If I wanted to play at the next level, man, it wasn't no excuses. I mean, and you do it or you're not. And I really was just like, man, I don't want to be out here getting burnt, you know? So, like, man, let me put this work in so I can be like one of the coldest DBs on the team. So.
What was one of your happiest moments in the league? I know we talk about the kick return, but as a team, what's one of the biggest things you kind of learned from the locker room? You know what I mean? When the camera's off, the lights off, what's one of the biggest things you kind of realize when you in there that you like, hey, like it's different?
Man, I would say just the teammates that you're around, like some of the people. I feel like that's the biggest thing. And everybody say it, and it's true. I mean, the guys you're around, them some of the guys that's gonna be some of your friends. On the college level and in the NFL, like just the camaraderie of like just having that team. That's what you really gonna miss the most. It's just like the guys you hung around with, you know. Of course, the game, it was fun and everything, but like for me, I know just being around like those guys.
Y'all talk about numbers? Y'all talk about the finances? What are the conversations like in the locker room or in your locker?
Of course, guys talk about that stuff, but it's a lot of stuff like I said, there's a lot of stuff they talk about, man, with money and just what they're gonna do and what they want to do and everything. When I got my check, NFL, I was like, man, I'm about to go on vacation. You know, I wasn't like worried or nothing. I was excited, but at the same time, that financial literacy wasn't really there. You know, just understanding, investing and all that stuff, it wasn't there. I knew about saving money and stuff. I was really good at doing that throughout college and stuff, but it was just one of those things where the investing side wasn't really there.
Yeah.
But when I got it, I went to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii the next year and stuff, you know. Me and my wife went to Maui and stuff. It was cool.
As soon as that check hit, talk about how your lifestyle shifted. Not bragging or nothing like that, but the things that you didn't have before that you're able to do now that you didn't even know were possible.
Yeah, I would say just once I started getting, you know, paid like that and stuff, I understood that I can eat healthier and go get massages, fly my people out, and, you know, they can come to games. I can go get a car, I can go get a house. I can do really whatever I wanted. I don't know, it was something in me that just didn't want to, like, I guess, overdo it or just blow it. Because I knew it wasn't gonna last for long. I had a goal as far as like how long I wanted to play and stuff, but I always knew it's not always guaranteed.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of put you in a position where you could do things that you probably weren't able to do before, but you want it for other people. You know what I mean? So like even the flying out, was it difficult at times to say no?
I wouldn't say it was difficult. It was one of those things where kind of like I kind of wanted my people at the game and stuff. It was some times to where, you know, you gotta say no. It really came by happiness. It do give you like freedom to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to have that financial literacy and that your money, it for sure can help you in a lot of places. Like if you really got some type of situation going on.
When did you realize this was it? Like this was the next transition. This was the new DB.
I would say coming into this field, because I've been through a lot of stuff. I've been through having to say yes, having to say no. I've been through just, bad investments, good investments. I just feel like me giving that knowledge to them and just telling them all the breaks, or, just helping them make sound decisions. Like Chase said, making more good decisions than bad. I've been through a lot of stuff that they're gonna go through. Just even from high school, like recruiting process, through college, through just getting drafted, through all that. It's phases and transitions in all those periods, and I feel like that I can help in this space, just with them, with money, with just questions about just anything, with just life.
Yeah.
I would just say too, I just want to serve them and just help them, because I feel like what's the point of me having all this knowledge and not really, passing it on?